Whoa. Sorry I'm late, you guys. I was just, Anyways, what is up, everybody? It is Zach, and welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about a new game that just got announced for the Harry Potter universe. Now, I actually have been playing a lot of Hogwarts Legacy, and I have been really enjoying this game, and I actually beat the main story not too long ago, but that is not why we're here today. We're going to be talking about the game that just got announced, Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. This game got a small teaser recently, nothing much, no gameplay, nothing like that. Information on the game was very vague, but we're going to be going into everything we know about this game so far and what we can expect from it, and then after that, I'm going to be going into kind of what I expect from the game and how I think it's going to go, and the general direction I think they're going to go with this game. So if you like this video, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button. It would truly mean a lot to me for you to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so that you're notified of when I upload videos. I do want to know if you guys want to see me cover this game, as I know Harry Potter is a very divisive subject. I do want to get your input on it, and I will take it into consideration. I actually really did debate if I wanted to cover this game. But enough serious talk, let's get right into what we know about Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. Let's start off with that initial teaser trailer. At noon on April 17th, Warner Bros. Games on Twitter announced calling all beaters, chasers, keepers, and seekers, which are the positions in Quidditch, Harry Potter Quidditch Champions limited playtest signups are live now. Available at quidditchchampions.wbgames.com. If you want to sign up for this limited playtest, I'll leave a link down in the description down below so that you can sign up if you would like. But this teaser trailer showed absolutely no gameplay. All you see is a female Quidditch player, I'm assuming representing Gryffindor, raising her brooms, catching a snitch, throwing a quaffle around, and just kind of celebrating and showing the general art style that we are most likely going to see for this game. Both the Twitter post and the homepage for the website don't really give much information besides of a Discord server and the registration for the playtest. Where all the questions get answered are in the obviously titled Frequently Asked Questions page. Here it answers a lot of questions that many people probably have about the game, so let's go into the relevant questions one by one and talk about them. The first question is, what is Harry Potter Quidditch Champions? They replied, Harry Potter Quidditch Champions is a fast-paced competitive multiplayer game featuring the world's most iconic magical sport. Self-explanatory, it's going to be an online multiplayer game focused on Quidditch. Enough really said there. Next up is, who is publishing Harry Potter Quidditch Champions? And they answered, Warner Bros. Games is publishing Harry Potter Quidditch Champions under the Portkey Games label. This is very familiar even to games like Hogwarts Legacy that use the same exact thing. Next up is, who is developing Harry Potter Quidditch Champions? Harry Potter Quidditch Champions has been in development for several years by Unbroken Studio. Many people have brought up, obviously, that Hogwarts Legacy does not have Quidditch, and that is one of the most disappointing parts of the game. Well, it does seem like, here it is rectifying it by bringing Quidditch, to a multiplayer audience, and it seems to be really, really interesting. Next question is Harry Potter Quidditch Champions a standalone experience? Because I'm sure a lot of people are asking that because of the fact that Hogwarts Legacy came out, but people might be asking if it's an expansion or DLC for that game. And the answer is yes, Harry Potter Quidditch Champions is a complete, standalone Quidditch experience developed by Unbroken Studios. It engages players in the sport of Quidditch and other broomstick adventures alongside friends in a competitive multiplayer setting. I think the big takeaway from me on this one is it says other broomstick adventures. So I'm wondering if there's going to be other side modes or other Quidditch-based games or other activities you can do on a broomstick that you can play with your friends. I'm really interested to see what they mean by that. The next question is, where can I play Harry Potter Quidditch Champions? Their response was, Harry Potter Quidditch Champions is presently in limited playtests. You could sign up for your chance to join current and future playtests here. Registration does not guarantee entry. The next question is, when does Harry Potter Quidditch Champions release? And there is no set date for this one yet. The next question is, what platforms will Harry Potter Quidditch Champions be available on? And their answer is interesting. It only says that it will be available for PC and consoles, but they aren't confirming which consoles will be on. Now, I signed up for the playtest, obviously, and when I did so, it asked me what my console, of choice was, or what console I play on, and Nintendo Switch was on there, along with Xbox Series X and S, as well as Xbox One, and then PS4, PS5, as well as PC, and they actually also specified both laptops and desktops. So basically, it seems like they're trying to gather intel on what systems people tend to play on. I don't know if they're going to use this to determine what consoles this game will come out on, as that would be a really interesting way to get that data by asking this late, assuming this game is probably going to be going into playtesting sometime this year. It would be weird for them to just now be deciding what consoles it would come out on, but given the simplistic nature of the art style of the game and how even Hogwarts Legacy is coming out on the Nintendo Switch, I do think it is safe to say that this game will most likely be coming to all platforms, both current and last gen, but don't hold me to that. I just think it's an intense possibility. The next question is, can players customize their character in Harry Potter Quidditch Champions? Yes, players can create and customize their own Quidditch Champions, which we could have expected. You get to customize a character, I'm assuming, since you get to play Quidditch in Hogwarts, it seems. You can choose your house, you can decorate your uniform, all that kind of stuff. It seems like that's a route they're going to go down, and I'll talk a little bit more about the customization stuff in just a second. The next question is, does Harry Potter Quidditch Champions require an internet connection? And yes, it does. It's a competitive multiplayer experience that will require an internet connection to play. So this seems to be a live service-based game just by the way it's sounding. Competitive online multiplayer, always requiring an internet connection, customizable characters. They're most likely going to go down the route of free-to-play live service game. And I'm mixed on this. I don't mind the concept of live service games, but I just hate that people always take it way too seriously. It's just not as fun, and I do hope there is some sort of single player experience to tie this together, rather than this just being a sole multiplayer experience. And even though it does feel like a sole multiplayer experience, the next question kind of throws a wrench into that. That question being, can I play Harry Potter Quidditch Champions with friends? Yes, you can play Harry Potter Quidditch Champions solo or team up with friends or others online. This is really interesting because what can you do solo in a multiplayer game, an online multiplayer game at that? I do hope there is some sort of campaign just to give some sort of single player element, just something for single players to enjoy. It should be something like Call of Duty, right? Where there's a small single player mode that a handful of people like, the main multiplayer mode that everyone plays, and the unique side mode that also a decent amount of people play. The last question I'm going to cover here is, how does Harry Potter Quidditch Champions fit into the Wizarding world? While Portkey games are not direct adaptations of the books and films, the games are firmly rooted in the magical universe of the Wizarding world. While remaining true to J.K. Rowling's original vision, Portkey Games developers chart new territory by creating fresh ways for fans to immerse themselves into the Wizarding world. So it seems like Portkey Games and Unbroken Studios are really focusing on making this a title that is Quidditch, just like in Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup, but might be doing some innovative, inventive things to make it stand out and to make it stand on its own two legs and not feel too similar to that previous game. But of course, that's all the stuff that we know, and what we do know, obviously, is very vague. So, what do I think they're going to do for this game? What direction do I think they're going to go? I mean, after all, this is the first Quidditch game we've had since Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup back in, 2003 or 2? It's been a while. So, let's get into what I think they're going to do for Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. Even though I kind of did mention a little bit in the previous section what I do want for this game, I'll go a little further in depth. I do want this game to really be a solid title. I would rather pay $60 or $70 for a fully packed, content-filled game where you can unlock different cosmetics for your character, different brooms with different specialties, all that kind of jazz by playing the single player or just by playing the game, as opposed to a free-to-play or very cheap game where a lot of stuff is locked behind paywalls or a leveling up system. I just kind of want an old-school, authentic experience of unlocking items. Maybe it's my old school mentality, but I feel like that's just the best way to keep people from paying to win, because that's what people end up doing. The people that have money to spend on these kinds of games will buy the best brooms, the best equipment, all that kind of jazz, and someone like me who doesn't like to spend money on microtransactions in games will just have to grind to get to that level, and I just don't think it's fair. Also, I just want many different modes, because there are some days where I just like to chill in bed and play a game by myself. Maybe having a campaign mode where you get to build your character and train and practice and do all this kind of stuff without having to worry about the online ecosphere, or even just not having to rely on an internet connection. I really hope that is something they change, that the game won't require an internet connection. Because I know WB Games is also publishing the new Suicide Squad game, which I know that had a whole controversy about the game being only online, but is also a single-player experience. I really want them to look into that for this game as well. If this game has a substantial single-player component, it shouldn't be held to only being able to be played when online. That would be really, really stupid in my opinion. After playing Hogwarts Legacy and really enjoying that game, I do have faith that Portkey Games will make sure that this game is definitely something that fans will enjoy and won't feel too bad, but given the nature of the fact that it's not a single-player story-focused game and that it's an online multiplayer-focused game, it does leave me worried in a lot of different areas, and I really hope that they can exceed my expectations and really make this game great. So there you have it, you guys. That is what we know about Harry Potter Quidditch Champions thus far. If you can get this video to 30 likes, yes, I'm actually doing a like challenge. If you can get this video to 30 likes, next week I will do a video talking about my 5 most anticipated things that I want to see in Quidditch Champions. But until then, you guys, like, subscribe, comment, all of that stuff down below, and of course hit that notification bell so that you're notified of when I upload videos. And yeah, until next time, you guys, have a good night!